payback time.
Welcome back to another episode of Droid District. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I want to make a video showing off all of my General Grievous figures at some point, but get out of there, little hair. I freaking hate all these little hairs. Oh my gosh. I love cats, but at the same time, hair is everywhere. Anyways, like I said, I want to make a video about all my General Grievouses at some point, but I just got one that is cool enough to make a video all about on its own. Not this one. This is the Vintage Collection General Grievous. Now, granted, this one's amazing. This is probably still my favorite General Grievous figure. And I actually hadn't messed with it and taken it off the shelf ever since I had redone my clone display a couple years ago. So it's nice to revisit this guy. He's really cool. This is the go-to General Grievous for me. He would have been in my favorite Vintage Collection. He would have been in my favorite Vintage Collection figures list, but unfortunately he is just a repaint with new accessories of a Legacy Collection General Grievous, so he didn't count. But yeah, he's really great. However, this isn't what General Grievous was going to look like originally in Revenge of the Sith, because something called concept art exists, and for the 30th Anniversary Collection, before this guy came out, they... Did I mention they didn't give him peg holes on his feet, so he is literally just at the mercy of gravity and balance. But anyways, before this one, what I consider the definitive Grievous came out, there was the concept art Grievous that was released in the 30th Anniversary Collection, and this thing is interesting and weird enough to make a whole video on, because I really wanted to. So yeah, I got this guy at the House of Plastic recently. A really great local store. I highly recommend it. They had a lot of awesome 3¼ inch Star Wars stuff. And I have been looking for this Grievous for years and years, and I finally came across it. So one thing I just got to show off with. Let's get him kind of in the pose. Let's get this Grievous out of the way. We'll do a comparison with him later. Let's get him in the pose that he is in the concept art, vaguely. There he is with the concept art. Yeah, they honestly really faithfully recreated it. It's really awesome how they took that art and made it into an action figure. Something that modern Hasbro would never ever do. They hardly ever make the characters that actually appear in the movies, let alone the concept art of the characters that appear in the movies. But yeah, it's really cool that they made this. This is back when Hasbro really gave a damn, because they honestly really dug deep into what fans would love to see as toys. And concept art General Grievous? Yes. So, looking at this, one thing about General Grievous's character is that he's kind of supposed to be a reflection of the cybernetic part of what Darth Vader would become. Because all of the prequel trilogy characters are kind of reflections of what Vader will be. Darth Maul was kind of the sadistic evil side. Count Dooku is kind of the manipulative, sort of like, you know, mustache twirling side. And Grievous was the cybernetic, you know, lack of humanity side. Because, you know, he's definitely more machine than man. I mean, he was never even a man. He was Kalish. But yeah, this design, I feel like he was more white to kind of mirror the fact that Darth Vader was black. I really do like the white shininess of him. But then again, I like Grievous looking like a war-torn, very robotic kind of guy. So this design definitely goes away from that. He also doesn't have any lightsabers. He just had this like double blaster, which is really interesting. He had this in the concept art, and a shield, which is interesting. He also has some Aurebesh on it. I don't know what that says. I don't know if it says anything, but I guess it's a little bit of Aurebesh. But yeah, he's pretty cool looking, man. Like I said, he's mostly pearly white, but he has little silver accents all over. I really do like that. His cape doesn't have any logo or anything on it. It's just a cape. Because I think even the TVC one, yeah, TVC one has that awesome Kalish logo on it. You can definitely see just side by side the differences of the designs. You can see this one's a lot more, like his armor was made of bone, I'm pretty sure. Like he had bone armor. And then this is very robotic and sci-fi looking. Still very similar when it comes to the designs of the heads though. Still has the same eye shape and the kind of side fins and all of that. But other than that, besides the head fins, it's pretty different. It's almost entirely different. This one kind of has like a snowtrooper-esque kind of shape right there at the armor, which I appreciate. He just looks really cool. He also has that same little Aurebesh right there on the fin, which I like. I like how his head is kind of pearly, but the rest is different. I was getting closer because he just looks really sweet. Like, look at his eyes. Those look really nice. Not super detailed, but they look nice. I think the Vintage Collection one has more detailed eyes. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you can see definitely the differences of the designs there. And then just kind of going through. You still have the lines. They did preserve those on the chest there and on the helmet or the mask as well. But one interesting thing about this is he does have the accessories of the shield, which you can see how he holds that, and this gun, which I actually have him holding upside down. I have his hand kind of facing this way. This way, I should probably show that. But he also has a chest piece that you can remove and reveal his guts. That's really sweet. That wasn't a part of the original concept art piece, but I'm sure it's something they probably conceptualized for Grievous. You can see all of his gut sack and everything. It's really cool. And I love how they actually have a different color of paint for that, too. Something you'll probably never really see much. Really nice little detail. And then he's cool, man. He's cool, okay? I like him. I mean, what else can I say? His articulation's really nice. He's got a ball joint at the head that can actually look up and down and actually has a nice tilt. Ball hinges at the shoulders. Kind of iffy ball hinges on the elbows, but they're not too bad. Swivels at the forearm. This one, though, like, I got unstuck, but it restuck. So that's unfortunate. He does have a swivel at the waist. Swivels at the hips that move forward and back. Ball hinge knees. Then he's got really nice ball hinged ankles as well, which that have a really good forward and back motion. So you can get him doing like some lungy stuff. Oh my gosh, that's actually really funny looking. Let me zoom out. He's kind of doing a bit of a lunge. And he actually stands doing it. That looks really funny. But it's really cool, too. It's really cool that he can do that. What can I say, man? This is just a really nice figure. I wanted to make my own video on this because more people need to know about this. If I just put this in a video about General Grievous figures, it would probably get lost in the fold. But I feel like people, especially the people who are very kind of unfamiliar with what Hasbro used to do before they sold their souls to Disney, they made really cool stuff. And I'm not a very pessimistic toy collector. I'm not one of those that's like, oh, the new stuff's all garbage. But when it comes to Hasbro Star Wars, man, I mean, it is. I think everyone can agree, unless you're just only a 6-inch collector, it is not what it used to be. Not at all. And it never will be again. But, oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. I love this Grievous, but he will not stand up. I've highly considered like putting a hole in his foot and just giving him a base, because I'm kind of sick of it. At least he holds his lightsabers. 12-inch Grievous. But yeah, there we go. There is the concept art to General Grievous. I don't know who did the concept art. I'll probably have looked into that, put it in the description or whatever. But I really do appreciate this art, and I really appreciate that Hasbro made a figure of it. Another fun fact, though, the Magna Guard, just the Magna Guard, the design in its entirety was General Grievous concept art. But they decided not to go with that, but they liked the look of it so much, they made it into its own thing, General Grievous's Bodyguards. That's a little fun fact in case you didn't know. But yeah, here we go. Concept art Grievous. He's just really cool. I love his gun. I love his shield. I love his chest removal. He did come with a coin. Unfortunately, I didn't get that when I got him. But I only got him for $15. That's actually a pretty good deal for it. It is a little harder to come by. You'd probably be looking to pay like $25, $30 complete or in box, depending on like what you want to go for. But me, I got what I wanted. I got the figure. I don't care about the coins or the box. I do highly recommend it, especially if you're into the concept art stuff. They didn't make too much prequel concept art stuff. I know they made an Anakin and they made a Ki-Adi-Mundi, but I think that's pretty much it. Other than that, I don't think they made any other prequel concept art. They made tons of original trilogy concept art, and they might have done a few things for the sequels. They might have leaked something out here and there. I know the that one trooper, the Mountain Trooper, for the that Disney Park set. I know he was concept art for, I think, Rogue One or Solo or something like that. I don't remember specifically, but they actually repurposed that for a First Order guy, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I love concept art stuff, and I just wanted to talk about this General Grievous because I felt like people need to know about it. I think people need to know. I'm going to stop rambling. There we go, guys. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social media links, PO Box address, frequently asked questions, all that down in the description below. Have a good day, guys, and I hope you enjoy the slight resurrection of Droid District. Hopefully I get around to making another one of these someday soon. It'll probably be my General Grievous collection or something. I don't have too many Grievouses. I don't have a lot of the older ones, so don't expect to see those. But I do have Grievouses, and I'm looking forward to showing them off. See you guys.